Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Couch Potato Queens. It's so great to see you all. Hello, Madame Caliente. Hello, Travel the World. Hello. Welcome to our Survivor Recap podcast, episodes 2 and 3. I, of course, am your host, Sam Meier, noted puppy enthusiast. I am joined, of course, by my platonic life partner, Josh Mendelson. Hello, baby. How are you tonight?
Hey, girl. I'm here. I'm queer. Ready to talk about Survivor.
Yeah, and of course, Detroit's premier queen of mean, Miss Alex Meitz. How are you tonight?
I am so good, and I am happy to be here with my best gal pals.
I am loving this little bow situation you've got going on today. How
Thank
whimsical.
Thank you.
It's a departure from your normal hats.
I know, it's a bandana.
Viewers, let us know what you think of Alex's bandana in place of a hat. So y'all, we had 2 episodes here that were fun. I think that the season is perhaps going too well for us. Or at least for me. Hi, Jess. And we missed you as well, Madame Caliente.
Yes, it's so good to see everybody.
It's so good to see everybody. I think that these episodes, how are y'all feeling about this season? Josh, how are you feeling about this season so far?
I am liking this season. I think it's fun. I think we have a really good cast. It's really diverse. And I think it could go in a lot of directions. So, I want to see where it goes. I'm honestly happy with the first 4 boots for so far. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with where it's going. So,
and I'm happy that our final guest of the night has arrived. Ken, baby, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We are doing so well. Folks, if you have not met Ken before on one of our podcasts, you absolutely should. She hosts our Bachelor and Bachelorette recap pods with Alex. Hello, Jacqueline.
Hello,
Ken. Ken, we are just about to get into the episode, but before we do that, folks, we are going to say, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It makes my skin burn every time I ask, so just do it so I can stop asking.
Yeah, if you're watching our show and you're not subbing to it, there's a problem. You need to be subbing to our channel, so make sure to subscribe to the Couch Potato Queens.
And leave a comment on the video. It really helps us. Yes. But now we can get into these apps. Also, Ken, you kind of get to be our fair weather fan. You get to be the bandwagon fan because Alex, Josh, and I all have teams that we are representing in this season of Survivor.
Okay. Why aren't you telling me these things?
And I'm winning. I'm telling you right now that I'm winning, Ken.
I'm losing.
Oh, really?
I have not lost.
Are you yellow, Josh?
I've lost 2 people. Alex has lost 2 people. So
I have lost 0 people so far from my team.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's exciting.
It is very exciting for me. So we kick off episode 2 back at camp. Brad has been ruffling feathers, especially Ricard and Shan. They do not like them. Or they do not like him. Xander gets the advantage over Anyasa. He is the first to find the 3-way immunity, but he cannot vote until all 3 are found and announced at the camp. He tells Voce and Evie, and Evie takes the information to Liana and Tiffany. So let's talk about what's developing over at Yasa. We have an all-women's alliance. Yep, Josh, you seem real happy to talk about this all-women's alliance.
I am here for a women's alliance. I like a season where the guys all get voted out. It's fun. I hate a Badgicide season. No one wants a Badgicide because all guys are boring. I'm sorry.
It's very true.
I agree.
Those are more entertaining.
It's very true. Ken agrees. Alex, do you have on your team Evie and Tiffany, right?
I think I do have Tiffany.
Or does Josh have Tiffany?
I have Heather.
I have
Alex
Tiffany.
Whoops.
I have all the chaos players and then Ricard.
Alex has our winner, probably.
I do. I think
Alex
I have
has
the winner.
Shan.
Who do you think
I have
the winner's gonna
Ricard.
be?
my team is trash, and then I have Ricard and Chance. So
That's all you need, honey. That's all you need.
I know. I'm really banking on that. But as far as Yase goes, they're producing some really good TV in the sense where I do not know where Evie is going to fall in this. Because in episode 2, I was like, Evie's gonna go home because Evie's playing both sides way too hard. Because Evie's like the third member of like the two guys in Evie, and then Evie's the third member of the Women's Alliance. So
but she's not, though, because she's got the immediate bond with Tiffany, and I would argue that Evie is closer with Liana than Liana is with Tiffany. So Evie is actually the number 2 on both sides of her 3-woman alliance.
Exactly, yeah. But Evie's like in both alliances, and it seems like now everyone knows. I mean, it's clear everyone knows, but that's like dangerous water. And I'm like, man, Evie's gonna go home this episode if like everyone talks.
Travel the world saying Evie is a snitch, but she'll go far. She could. Snitches get stitches, but
I
Evie
can see
seems
that.
like skated by so far. Ken, do you have any thoughts on what's going down at Yasa?
I don't know. Yasa has just been a mess so far. I am very surprised that Tiffany is still in, to be honest, and Xander. A friend of mine who watches thinks that Xander is going to win just because of his hair, because people with hair like that tend to do well in Survivor, and he's not lying. That's very true. But I don't know. Evie is a mess. She's too gossipy. She doesn't know where her allegiances lie. And I mean, Liana's just not very smart, in my opinion. The first 2 seconds of this episode were a fucking advantage being placed right in front of her, and she was just like, I'm gonna go to bed.
Ken, saying that you don't like Liana is fighting words on this podcast.
I'm sorry. Not like her as a person. I don't like her as a Survivor player.
Not with us, but some people in our comment section get really, really heated about
Sorry,
Liana.
guys. Yeah. I think that she seems like a great friend.
Madam Caliente coming in. Liana is our queen. The fans have spoken. I was bullied into choosing her. But canceled.
She's grown on me. I really like her.
Alex, I'll take comments for a second, but I want to say hello to Tracy. Thank you for stopping by and slamming that like. Hello, Atharella. So glad you can join us. But yes, I agree. Liana is a contentious personality on the pod. Let's get into this immunity challenge. So the rewards, we get 2 immunities and 2 sets of fishing gear. Also, Jacqueline, we did say hello to you, but hello again, Jacqueline. 2 sets of fishing gear, and then the losing tribe again has to forfeit their flint. Luvu dominates, they win the first immunity, and then Ua grabs the second immunity, which means our chaotic Yasa is going to tribal council again. They have not won a thing, and Tiffany struggled in this one.
Real bad.
She
could have slid across that balance beam on her kut and barely girl, what is going I mean, she said she was tired, but
what is going on? She said that she's getting splinters in her legs, but come on, honey, splinters in your legs. Everyone else was fine, and you're wearing fucking shorts. What's wrong?
The power was in the puss. Okay. That's all I have to say.
I'm just like, girl, where is your center of gravity, though? Because it was not. Because, if you're sitting down, you just gotta scoot. She was full on sitting down and just over.
Yes, it looked like she was trying to lose. I think that maybe, I know this is not true, but conspiracy theory, maybe Tiffany has an alliance with someone else on another team already. Before they got there.
Together outside of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Before they got to the island, they're friends. Because that was ridiculous. There is no way that was natural.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. With a balance beam.
Thank you. Madam Caliente knows. Survivor challenges and me, never. But this one, I could scoot across the beam. Thank you.
Jacqueline, I can't judge, but good Lord, Tiffany has to be the worst. And then I want to talk to, so Yasa loses. I want to talk about the decision to send Evie and Deshawn over to the island, but I just want to talk about first Tiffany's like breakdown, deciding to change the vote from Xander to Voce.
What?
Because Ken, it's almost like she just really wanted Voce to go. And she was like, I'm not gonna tell anyone, but I am gonna throw this challenge.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Manifest it, girl.
exactly.
Manifest.
She manifested it with that cookie. She was like, it goes no further tonight.
Honey, you have no idea. She manifested. She had some magical powers.
Josh, what do you think about Tiffany's breakdown that she had that
it was
led
everything.
to?
She is chaotic, and she's kind of like, okay, no one. I don't know if anyone here is like old school Survivor fan, but she kind of reminds me of Lil from Pearl Islands, who just was like, poor me like the whole time, and like could get anything her way. But like Lil was went out third and then came back in the game. But like Tiffany kind of reminds me of like a little bit.
I can see it. I
Girl,
feel like
I
she's
see it.
gonna have a breakdown and then somehow make it like past merge.
Make it to the final two.
Like,
Tiffany's gonna win this game.
That is proof in these games, Survivor, Big Brother, you can be the weakest link. You can be like plus size and fabulous. Okay. You can be whatever, and you can still make it to the end. It has nothing to do with strength.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, Ken, what did you think of Tiffany's sort of mental psychotic break? Like she couldn't even remember the rules, and she's got Evie there. Like Evie is like, I read the rules. He doesn't have immunity, and she's like, but what if he does?
I think she was just trying to like make the game more than it was. She was like, but I need a stake in this. What am I going to do? Where is my episode? What's happening? Because I don't think this is right. That's what
Frankly,
I think happened.
I was grateful for the airtime. Why the hell did she do this? Xander should have went home. He is way more powerful than Voce. He was, and he is, and probably will be, but Brad is gone now. And so that means that Xander's going to have to find a new one to work with. I'd also like to point out that I chose Xander for my team and said he's the worst person on the cast. I think he'll do well. And here we are.
I do want to bring this comment up from Athrella. I was shocked she didn't fall in tonight, honestly.
Oh my God.
Was on the edge of my damn couch.
I was too.
I saw the challenge tonight and I turned to Josh and I said, okay, well, looks like Xander's going home.
Yeah, I was convinced. We were convinced she was going to lose this challenge.
Tiffany was just never going to make it past the rope bridge.
She did.
I like about yelled at her like just for falling before she fell, and she never actually fell. I was very impressed.
It seemed like there was a moment where she was like off to the side. I'm like, she's just gonna drop.
She was gonna drop, and she
she's
didn't.
gonna let go. Like
That's like
good for her though for hanging in there. Yes, Tiffany, I love you.
Tiffany, if you're watching, girl, props to you because we doubt it. We doubted Tiffany, and yet here you are, rising from the ashes. So, it was a fun moment though to see her do well. And I'm like, I don't know, she's a fan favorite. I think at this point, I would say.
I think she's getting there.
The ocean, though.
I do want to see her flopping in the ocean too. Oh.
I really like that as soon as like they started, like they all got across the ropes and everything, they were like, Tiffany, it's okay, we're winning. Like they reassured Tiffany. It wasn't like, good job, everyone. It was like, it's okay, Tiffany.
Don't worry. She was just making it up the beach, and Xander was all the way across the bridge. Oh, poor, bless her heart.
I bless her. What is there? Bless her alternate heart. Like, could you imagine that? Like, no one else we could have gotten would have been as fun as Tiffany.
No,
like we were
Tiffany's
given
just a great name. If you're Tiffany on a reality show in the year 2021, we love you.
Yes. And you're not like 22. I would expect you to be like 22. It's not what I picture when I think of a Tiffany.
So wild fun fact for our viewers. The name Tiffany actually first rose to popularity in the Middle Ages, but we associate it so much with like pink girly things that it is considered anachronistic to call like a character in like a period piece Tiffany.
I knew that. Have you told me that before?
I don't think so. I think it's just floating out there.
Someone has told me that, like, this year.
I may have, though. I mean, it wouldn't be unlike me to bring it up.
Someone. It was on the porch.
With Tiffany's. Yeah, it might have been 4th of July. So, at the end of this immunity challenge, we got this decision where Luvu, the winning tribe, got to send... First, they had to choose a Yasa tribe member. They chose Evie. And then they got to choose any other player in the game. From the other two tribes, Deshawn volunteered himself. So, they go to the island. It's the same deal as before. Risk your vote or save your vote. Evie cannot afford to lose her vote, and so she offers to give Deshawn the extra vote, forging that alliance even further. He does not have to use it as tribal, as we know, because Luvu has not been to tribal council yet. Which makes me think it's going to get real messy when they do. That's how it always goes with those tribes. The tribe that never has to go to tribal is going to get eaten alive by the people that have.
Yep, they have no idea what to do. They're too friendly.
That's what I would do. If I was on one of those other two tribes that has less members, they should come together and take out that other tribe.
Yeah, make like a mega tribe.
Well, so we saw...
I feel like in the next few episodes, though, we're probably going to get some kind of merge because these tribes are so tiny that it's going to get uninteresting.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
it's only 26 days now, the whole show.
I agree, Kennedy. We live for the mess. We really do.
Hi, Kennedy.
Hi, Kennedy.
So I love it, though. We also saw that in the preview for next week, Deshawn might try and throw a challenge for Luvu. I think they're going to try and get rid of Nasir potentially if there's not a tribe swap. I'm hoping my boy Nasir, he's playing the sloppy game, but I'm hoping he makes it. I like him.
Nasir. He is playing sloppy, but he's like, I don't know. I kind of like the sloppy play sometimes because it's like they're just Survivor fans. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And it's kind of cute.
In that, are we talking about the next episode now? Or because we talked about, okay.
Yeah, we're moving our way into episode 3.
So that
we know Tiffany has a nervous break. She pushes out Voce.
Yeah.
End of story.
Bye, Voce.
Makes no sense that he left.
No sense. Absolutely no sense. I was very surprised. My recording actually stopped like 2 minutes before the end of the episode, so I didn't know who left. And I was like, oh, it's fine. Tiffany's going, but let's download this anyway so I can watch the final 2 minutes. And I was like, holy shit. Get there and watch this.
That was the true blind side. The audience was like, what?
Wild.
Do you know what? I saw it coming. I did because and do you know why? It's specifically because of Evie. Evie has made the decision last episode that she was not going to vote for the strongest players. She was going to make an alliance and stick to it. And frankly, that's what works in Survivor. And I'm like, I know that she's loyal to her all-girl alliance.
Yeah.
The big sapphic vibes. Like, you think that the lesbian's gonna go have an all-male alliance?
That was so dumb. I'm like,
super
I saw that
alternative of her.
Guys were being like, oh, she's the closest to a man. Let's bring her into the alliance.
First episode, she's like, I hate when men are all working together. I don't want to work with men. Like, literally, she said that. I'm like, work, mama. I'm here for her. She's kind of sloppy, but like, I'm here for it.
I think she's kind of sloppy, but I like her. But I think she's going to have trouble once we get a merge if she's still here. Because I think she's going to have her toes in too many different pools. That's why I mean earlier about like, I don't think I know where her allegiances lie. Because I think that she's just in it for whoever's in the picture at the moment.
And I feel like other tribes might see her as a threat.
I could see that.
Potentially, but I think that it will go very well for her if she gets put with some of the, if she gets to stick with her girls. That would be, I could see them pulling some shit like that where like she magically stays with her girls.
I could see that.
Or if she gets put with Deshaun, she's safe because she got him that extra vote.
Yeah.
But Deshaun could be a little bit more.
No, they seem like they
Sneaky
had
than we
like a pretty
think.
genuine moment, and that's
Mhm.
that's huge to do for somebody.
To just be like, yo, I want to give you this extra vote.
Yeah.
But what were her other options? Like, she didn't really have much other
her other
option at that
option-
point. You know, she was kind of up against a wall. Like, what was she gonna? She couldn't risk it.
I agree, but I think that like coming out and telling him, you know, and like
I
being
think
so
that-
forthcoming with it was a good
Yeah.
move.
because then he could go into
Possibly.
that moment not panicking on what would happen.
Possibly. I think it's strategic. I think people aren't as nice as you think they are.
I don't think anyone's as nice as
Timestamp it when Deshaun comes out as a snake. And we'll be like,
Again, I mean,
It
he said
worked.
that he might try and throw the challenge next week, so who knows?
Exactly. You
I
never know.
I will say, speaking of that tribe, this would be the blue tribe that we're talking about right
Luvu.
now. Yeah, so there's a couple things that I noticed. One, Nasir being sloppy. Two, Sydney acting kind of like a Parvati all of a sudden. Like Sydney, the girl that was like Daddy's credit card, there was episode, all of a sudden is getting this like Parvati edit randomly in episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't fit right in the editing, so I'm kind of feeling like Sydney or Nasir are gonna go soon.
I can see that. Something's
Sydney
going to
has
happen
really-
with Sydney because she did kind of pop up in this episode funny.
she has big early boot energy,
He does.
but I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But just based off of editing, we haven't really seen her. They tried to give her an edit this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It could be just because she's the one who found that advantage,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
I could also see though them building this Sydney versus Nasir fight because they really centered her in the critique of Nasir
Yeah.
rather than and like she's the one who's running her mouth.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Deshaun and what's the other guy's name? I want to say, is it a J name?
The football player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny.
It is Danny.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
Deshaun, Danny, and Nasir.
So Deshaun and Danny are obviously they're keeping things tight between them, but they are like playing it off more as a joke. Like they're like Nasir being all sloppy. They're like whatever, like. But Sydney's like going after him.
I
She
feel
hates
like
him.
Nasir's gonna like have some fancy footwork come out somehow and end up turning on Sydney.
Well,
I
he
can
can
see
see
that.
her betraying him. Like,
You
he
can see who
knows.
betraying who?
Nasir can see Sydney betraying him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's watching it happen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
not stupid. I think Nasir is smarter than other people think, but I think he's too nice and he's going to go soon.
Nasir made a very bad judgment call in this episode by wanting to randomly target Danny, who's the strongest one.
She's
She's
been going after him since episode 1.
like what? Like he's okay, the strongest guy. There's gonna be someone's gonna be aligned to him. It's not smart that early to target that type of player. It isn't smart to do it because Danny's also likable. It doesn't fit right, and I think it's gonna come to cross Nasir next episode. I think he could go.
I'm just like Nasir, after it didn't really work when he did see them looking for an idol and they still finished the water challenge and like he saw that it wasn't going to go in his favor. I'm like, you needed to flip and make real nice with those guys because that's really the ideal alliance for him since he is a strong man who can he can swim well. Like Nasir moves well. I'm like, why are you not getting with the other
strong guys? That's a male alliance I wouldn't be mad at.
No.
Same. Yeah, he missed the mark there. I agree. He tried to go against them at first, like you were saying, Sam, but that didn't work. And so he needed to flip and just make fun of it, let it go, don't bring it up, whatever. Danny's going to be around for a minute because he's strong and he's the only famous one here too. And whenever there's a famous person on Survivor, they do okay for a minute as long as they're useful.
Yeah.
I also feel like Nasir would have done better if they had started with larger tribes because he immediately called out 2 people day 1. And then if that doesn't stick with somebody, that's the whole tribe.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, 2 people is a lot in this tribe.
You know?
That is true.
I feel like if he had been with maybe a tribe with 3 other people on it, you know, it might have been he would have had some options or somewhere to go. But now it's like with such small tribes, they really did set it up where there's like nowhere for them to hide.
Also, Blue Tribe, has Heather even had a confessional yet? 3 episodes in?
She's getting no edit.
Not even a Invisible. What about Erica? Has she had a confessional yet?
I was just going to ask about Erica.
Erica has had some confessionals, and she has been the key. We voted her one of our best players the other week.
Oh, I like Erica.
Because she is really good at puzzles.
She is. That's what I noticed too.
Erica is consistently getting thrown on their puzzle team, which is going to work out very well for her. And she's reasonably fit. She's real smart. She's charming. Erica's doing well. My biggest disappointment so far has been Jeannie. I wanted Jeannie to be so much more fun.
Same. She's my top person. I like her, but she's not delivering.
Why work with Brad?
I know. That was not the right move on her part.
She is on a tribe with like the fabulous gay man. She's on the tribe with the beautiful Shan. Like, she is on a great tribe with people, and she chooses to work with Brad. Like, really?
Jeannie,
really?
Expected better of you.
It was weird that we're getting this like Jeannie versus Ricard edit.
I know.
Like, where did that come from?
Color. Like, I know.
I think that Jeannie's coming off as, I think she's getting more of like the older woman edit.
Yeah, she is.
And that's like why she went with Brad too. They're both like the, like far living off the land type of people. And I don't remember what Jeannie does.
The Sue-Hawk edit.
We had so much fun talking Sue for our first couple of podcasts that we did, eh? Like the beaver poop right out of the water.
Yes.
Atharella can't remember who Heather is. Lol. Jeannie was clueless first tribal. She was actually, though, we talked about how she wasn't totally clueless where they were splitting the vote just in case.
But
Ricard was
that blew up in her face.
Yeah, it did. But we haven't really seen it yet, though. Ricard hasn't, we haven't gotten screen time for them confronting each other, except Ricard, throwing it out during the vote tonight.
I think that was the first time it was said. Like, that was the vibe. You know?
Wild.
Ricard seems mean.
Good.
That's all.
I like him. I think he just doesn't... I think he's just not putting up with the nonsense.
He seems mean. Like, I don't really want to be his friend.
I would like to be his friend too, but he's not getting a lot of love on Twitter. I feel like people don't like him.
I see why. He's like a bully.
To whom?
I just get those vibes. Sorry. Like, outside of Survivor, I just don't want to be your friend.
I'm obsessed with him.
He's gorgeous.
There is no fun.
Y'all. So let's get into this episode 3 now. Brad and Tiffany get the boat request where they have to sneak out in the night. And then Sydney gets it as well. Where they have to sneak out in the middle of the night, and they'll be taken to an island for a secret something. But we know how this works at this point. They will be given a choice between two things. It'll be a gamble, etc. Nasir we see really on the outs at Luvu, but Brad also significantly finds the immunity idol, and then tells not only Jeannie but Shan.
Why?
Dun, dun, dun. Because Shan has made everyone on her team believe they are her best friend. And it's not even in a shady way. People just talk when Shan is around.
That's true. Shan has not made
true.
deals with anybody. Shan's only made an alliance with Ricard, I think. Right?
And that's maybe, but JD thinks he's tight with her as well.
But I feel like Ricard's the only one that Shan would not actually vote out.
I don't know.
Shan is living rent-free in my mind for the rest of my life. You know, wrong.
Shan's a pastor. She made them confess.
Confess. What is that from? What's that from?
Matilda, maybe?
Huh?
Matilda, maybe?
No, it's from something.
What?
Oh, Game of Thrones. Shame. Shame.
Shame. She shamed her entire tribe because she's so fabulous. I love Shan. Shan's like one of my favorite survivors in a long time.
Shan's doing really well. I really like her.
If Shan doesn't win this season, it's homophobic.
Literal homophobia.
Literal homophobia.
So we find out the vote twist. It is either a vote for a tarp. If all three vote for tarps, they get a tarp. Or if it's a mixed vote, there's also a steal a vote option. If it is a mixed vote, the steal a votes win and the tarp gets nothing. Sydney says that she is taking the tarp. And so Brad and Tiffany can take what they want. We actually still don't know what the result was for Tiffany, do we?
No, we do.
We do. She for sure got it. Got the steal.
No, she picked tarp.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she picked,
I missed
and
that.
Brad got everything.
After all of that, after she stood up there and was like, well, how about you pick tarp and then we get the votes? And she made herself just like big crazy eyes.
She was insane.
Like she looked so chaotic at that meet. I was like, girl, just chill.
She was so excited to be on Survivor in that moment. She was like, oh my God, it's Survivor.
Are we going to play Survivor or play it safe? I'm like, Tiffany, stop.
Wait.
Over there and she's like, tarp.
Does that mean no one got an extra vote this last thing?
No, Brad did.
Brad
got the steal a vote and then got voted out.
Mm-hmm.
He got voted out with the immunity idol and a steal a vote in his pocket.
Oop.
Which just goes to show
so
you are never safe on Survivor.
I mean, it's really the beware that got him. If he had his vote tonight, then it would have been a tie.
Mm-hmm.
Would have it?
Yeah.
Was it 3-2?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wow.
It would have been a tie if he had kept his vote.
Yeah.
So does that mean that idol's out of play now, or are they just going to rehide it?
They usually rehide it, don't they?
Because it's a 3-parter, and I doubt that they're just going to fuck Xander over like that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Whoever finds it on the other tribe.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking too. Oh, so will it be a 2-parter? Do you think, or do you think they'll rehide it?
Like, do you think they'll put it back out there for the Green Tribe?
I think that they will.
You do?
I think
will they have to say it again? Like, will they have to?
Because all 3 people have to say it at the same tribal council.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, by the way?
I love it.
I like it, but it seems weird. Like, I don't get what the
They should have given them something more natural to say.
I know
but
it's too obvious.
That's the point, though. That's the point. Also, Xander's crazy enough that, like, coming out of his mouth,
and Brad,
they're both crazy enough to just like to make it work.
That did work well,
and Xander's gonna have to keep doing it.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I think it's weird and obvious, because it's like, why no one would say that every week.
But
I would make it
the
a
way
thing.
that Xander talks.
I would like start saying weird stuff all the time.
That's what I was thinking too, Alex. I was like, you just have to start saying all these weird phrases constantly so that this one doesn't sound off.
It's kooky.
But like with the butterflies in particular, he's like, you could totally like build a personality around that. But doesn't his entire team know? Like Xander's entire team knows.
Yeah.
So question, what do y'all think happens in a tribe swap scenario?
I don't think
I don't know if we're gonna get it.
I think there's gonna be 2 tribes.
I don't think we're gonna get it, guys. I think merge is at 13. Remember, it's a 26-day game this season. I think we're getting merge at 13. So I think we're getting one more pre-merge boot, which means I don't think we're getting a tribe swap this season. I think
I can see that.
So these idols are never gonna happen.
No, production will make sure 2 people get it next episode.
They'll make it. I mean, they made it easy. They found one like the second episode.
So 2 people will get it next episode. They're not gonna not have their idol.
Struggling with finding these things.
Right. Or they'll keep doing it. You could merge and still do idols.
Yeah, but
That's true. But the way that these idols work really relies on the 3-team system.
Yeah.
Or just 3 people. Why do you have to be on 3 teams? It could just turn into 3 people.
That's true.
Yeah. But then it turns into like you can communicate and it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be like you can't talk to the other people except
I think so too.
I think like that's the judge, you know.
Mhm.
I think so too. But you
Ms.
never know.
Jacqueline, I would have to agree with you though. I am calling this idol twist a flop.
Me
The
too.
Idols have entered their flop era. And that's just what it is. This is not a successful idol. I mean, we'll see. Maybe next week we'll get some heat, but it's not turning out too well so
I
far.
think that the big downfall of this is that you lose your vote when it's not in play because the tribes are so small that it's really like it showed tonight with Brad, like it kind of like breaks the game a little bit. You know, and not in like a fun way. It breaks the game and like it's not fair. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was happy with what happened tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not out here upset that Brad left. I'm not like, oh no, the white man.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really like that Brad left. I wanted to see him go. He is kind of nutty, and he's just nutty. I kind of liked him.
Josh,
like,
you must
white
be
man
so
aside.
happy that Ken is coming in as the Meghan McCain tonight.
Oh yeah, really the Meghan McCain of this one. Ken, welcome to the Meghan McCain thing. I retired. I put up after Meghan McCain left The View. I like put the wig on the.
Bye, Brad. Bye. He was on my team, and I'm out here like, bye.
No, like you. Like I didn't want him going far on this. Like, no, thank you.
I didn't want him going far, but I could have held on to him for a couple more episodes.
I thought he was good TV. He was entertaining. I was like rooting for him in a weird way, just because
I don't want him to
win.
win.
Like the underdog.
Yeah, I like a good farmer. Farmers on the show are always weird. Like they're just weirdos. So I like the weirdo. He was kind of fun.
Oh, hey. Hot news.
Hot news. And I want to take this to Josh because Josh is the big Queen Stays Queen fan. But breaking news from Natalie as well. I'm going to pop to Natalie's comment, Alex. Sorry about that. Queen Sandra is going to be on Australian Survivor. Josh, your thoughts?
Work. I'm here for it. I hope she does very well. I actually recently started watching Survivor Australia, and I'm kind of here for it. It's really good. Alex is more the expert on Australian Survivor, though, y'all.
Yeah, I've watched a few seasons of it, and I will say this: it's better than American Survivor. So check it out. And also, I don't think Sandra's going to be able to keep up with the game because she on Winners at War, she kind of gave up. I feel like. Like Queen Stays Queen, no matter what. She could go home first this season.
I feel like Survivor Australia is harder.
It is.
And
it's harder. Longer. It's way harder out there. They like screw over the contestants way more. Like the challenges are a fucking nightmare. Like
and Sandra doesn't do challenges.
And if you have never watched it, guys, it is on Paramount Plus now. Australian Survivor is.
And Sandra is the quintessential couch potato queen, other than Suri, of course. Yes. But Sandra, as we know, does not like to participate in challenges.
Yeah.
They literally did one on Survivor Australia where they were like under like a thing and like their nose was sticking out and they were like submerged underwater.
Oh, they've done that for US before.
But this was like worse somehow. Like I've seen it in US and like somehow this was worse because they were like in these boxes and like people were pouring water. It was fucked up.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that.
They add to the psychological trauma.
Like it was bad. I was like, oh my God.
Waterboarding.
Get them out of there, please. Sandra could never.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so we get to the immunity challenge in this third episode, and Yasa surprises us all, pulling off that second place win. Tiffany doesn't fall. I know we talked about it already, but we like didn't talk about the first immunity challenge at all because it's all about Tiffany making it across the rope bridge.
She did it. I'm so proud of her.
You better work.
We were gasped. We were gooped. We were gagged. I was really actually very happy that Yasa won. They are sort of like stealing my heart right now.
They are not stealing my heart, but I was glad that they didn't have to go to another tribal council because that would have been too small and it would have made the show very challenging if they only had 3 people on their tribe.
Oh, they
What would have
reinforced
happened
the
if they
rule.
had lost every single one in a row and then they were a 2-person tribe?
Right. Like they would have to rewrite this show. It has happened before where it was
But
like
those
3
2
people, I
people-
think, a long time ago. 2
No.
or 3 people.
2, but those 2 people, one of them ended up winning the show. It
Oh,
was
that's
Denise
funny.
and Malcolm.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Look, in Survivor herstory, it happens if you go into a merge with the tribe with the lowest amount of numbers, you do very well. Look at Russell Hans's season. They went into a merge with 4 members of their tribe, and the other tribe had 8, and they were the final 4. Denise and Malcolm both made it to the final 4. It happens if you go in a minority, minus Palau, because we don't count that one. But if you go in with a minority, you get very far.
Mhm.
You become an extra vote, basically.
Honestly, I feel like it's the greater the distance between the size numbers, because I feel like if you're in like a 5 and 4 situation, the 5 is going to take out the 4 because the 4 is a threat. But like if you go in where there's like an 8 and 4, there's
They're like,
get
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a threat, and so they'll use your vote.
Yep, and it's easier to trust people if you have a smaller tribe too. You get to know those people a lot better. You don't have to do so much strategizing. You're all just trying to stay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I really want to bring up Travel the World's thing right here, because I was dying every single time JD was throwing those sandbags. Like, I was like, what are you doing?
Trying to do a layup. I'm like, why are you jumping off of the platform? Is that even legal? If you made it up
beyond the platform, he went back and tried to throw it behind them at one point. It's like they actually told him, no more NBA, just throw it.
Oh, Josh, how was that for you?
I think it was fun. You guys, you know what?
It was fun.
He's growing on me. No, I like JD now, and I didn't think I would.
No, I mean, we can like him and also be like, what were you doing?
What were you
He wasn't
doing,
messing
dude?
with sandbags. He was sandbagging, and it was messy. But I like him.
I don't know if I like him. I want to be his friend. I don't like him as a survivor.
He's like a very fun guy.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like half the men that I've slept with. Like they all have the same.
How did y'all feel about his big emotional speech that he was raised by Survivor?
Okay, it full on sounded like he had like written his own secret idol phrase. He was like, when you give someone a crystal and you drop your crystal
That was Shan.
I'm like, what are you saying?
Yeah, he sounded like he was like 20 when he said that, and I think he is. So
He is. He's like 20, 21.
He's 20.
If Shan had not known that Brad had all of those advantages, JD would have gone home.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there being like, wow, I did that. And it's like, no, Brad just had more stuff. Brad was just a threat.
And you aren't.
Interestingly, in the preview for next week, it looks like JD confronts Shan about the emotional manipulation at Tribal that happened, but also just in general. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see her deal with that. They could just be queuing up like some fake drama, and it's all going to be friendly after that. But I'm like genuinely interested to see what happens there.
Yeah, that is true.
Travel the World says, I don't know if JD is authentic. He said he's emulating former Survivor cast members. That's why his hair is long. Oh my God. That's why I wear this puka shell necklace.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's why I wear this.
What is this, Hollister? No.
I'm like, boy, what are
I
you?
think he may have been talking about the gold necklace that's underneath. I don't know what it says.
That's why I wear this.
No, he was
it's
talking
fine.
about the puka shells.
I think it was the boot because like Ozzy probably wore puka shells at some point.
I think he's trying to be Ozzy.
He's trying to be Ozzy.
No, he got busted tonight too. Busted.
That was so embarrassing. He's like, I guess I want to come clean. You're not coming clean.
You're getting caught.
You got caught. But then why would you do that
Listen.
at tribal council? Like such a series of poor decisions.
Yeah,
JD.
those are bad decisions. He was just trying to make up for his infidelities, but
God, it was just not a great night. IDK about all that, but I like his hair, so good for him. I think it's more emotional manipulation, but whatever.
good hair.
Good hair.
I truly think that he thought he was like, I got to make a big move at tribal. This is going to be iconic. And like, he really didn't need to. He could have kept his mouth shut and he still would have stayed.
He would have been fine. I think he's just showing his age right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
I
really
agree.
did sound, when you get a crystal and you drop your crystal.
Josh, what are you thinking?
No.
He's a young boy and it's showing. I like if people go on that are young that don't act their age though and show a mature side to them, but he's definitely showing that he's 20.
So Ua loses, they go to tribal. Brad goes home.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad. It was chaotic. We'll
Very.
say that.
See you later or never.
So
Probably not. He's a farmer.
In like Wyoming or Montana or something like that.
Yeah, he's
Somewhere they don't get out much.
Wait, do you guys know the tea about this season in the finale?
No.
It's filmed there.
Oh,
It's not
someone
mine.
said it in the comments. I think Madame Caliente said it up here. Let me find it.
It's season 1. It is going back to not a live show. It was filmed there.
Cool.
Yeah, they will not have a reunion show. The winner was announced on the island with the top 3 in the jury. That's it. I wonder if they filmed all 3. Oh no, they can't do that. It's Survivor.
No, it's not Drag Race. They definitely filmed.
Wow. So there's I wonder if there's spoilers.
Cool.
I have not seen a legitimate spoiler thing. Maybe
They
know,
probably
but-
are trying to lock this down real
That's
hard.
surprising because I could tell you who like wins Bachelor 2 seasons from now.
Oh, I know. Like, I literally know who wins The Bachelor 2 seasons from now.
That's really funny. So, okay. Brad goes home. It is the end of the episode. We don't know what the spoiler is for who wins. But yes, Travel the World, they filmed 2 back-to-back in Fiji. So it's surprising we don't have spoilers yet. Whoever it is must have really locked it down. I'm wondering if they took the jury out of the room and the jury doesn't even know yet.
That's entirely possible.
Brad should go hang out with Frenchie. Absolutely.
No.
Work. Alex, let's see a little French. I'm kidding.
We like Brad way more than we like Frenchie here.
But y'all, I think it's time for superlatives this evening on our double feature.
Yes, it is.
Let's
Where
do
are
it.
these superlatives?
What
So
are our
first-
superlatives?
so-
Another thing I wasn't cued in on.
Oh my God, we love it. Well, Ken, this is a tradition on our Drag Race and our Survivor podcast, but we talk about who performed the best in the episode,
Best
in,
in
your,
show.
in the episodes, in your
There you go.
opinion, our best in show.
We do these on Bachelor, Ken.
Oh, same ones? Okay.
Yeah,
that's
essentially
fine.
the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. Best in show, Dark Horse, Hot Mess. So our best in show, Alex, would you like to start off tonight with who your top player was?
My best in show has to be Shan, and I'm gonna say Shan for both episodes. Just because she's
we're gonna
laid
do
down.
one over the course and just choose, who
Yeah.
you think.
Okay, cool.
I think she laid down the groundwork to be in a really good position where she hasn't like made deals, so she's not lying to anybody, really. I mean, I guess she lied to Brad, but he's not a juror, so who cares? But she's doing well in challenges. No one's mad at her. And I think she's just set up to succeed, kind of no matter where she goes. Yeah.
Josh, who is your best in show for the episode?
Gotta also give it up to my girl Shan. She's slaying mama. She's doing great. It's fun to watch her. She's put herself in a great position, as Alex was saying. She's got her allies. She has her secret little thing with JD. Like, she is controlling that tribe. It is Shan in control of the game right now. So I'd like to see how far she goes. I'd love her to win. She'd be a great winner.
Ken, who is it for you tonight?
Even though she's not my favorite, I think Liana was best in show this week. I think that her having a spot on every side of her tribe is good. And JD gave her his extra vote.
No, that's
And-
Shan you're thinking of.
Roshan.
Oh, I'm thinking of Shan. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rihanna's the
Shan.
one that cried.
Okay, sure. I don't know.
That's the Shan line. Okay.
You gotta prepare me for these things.
It's all good.
I'm going to step out of my box a little bit here. I'm going to say Evie is my best in show. And I say that because Evie has consistently been exposed to tribal councils and difficult team situations and has managed to really secure her spot on her team. So I don't know. For me tonight, it's got to be Evie. Next, we get to our dark horse of the competition. Who is surprising you in particular? And I'd actually like to start out with Josh. Josh, who are you feeling?
I said earlier, JD. JD's kind of like my dark horse. I think JD, I went from like not liking him at all and thinking he's annoying to like, okay, maybe he could be like a kind of goat that you drag to the end. Like he has no potential. So like, I'm here for it. I'd like to see him get far. I think he's fun. I think he's entertainment. Also, second place is Tiffany. Gotta give it up to her. Like, I think Tiffany is somebody who can make it all the way to the end. So those are both my dark horses.
And Josh, I actually agree with you. Tiffany's my dark horse as well. I mean, she came in there and for no reason was like, it's Voce and made it happen. After having truly the single worst performance in a challenge of anyone in that challenge, and was just like, no, it's gonna be this. And I know, like, and I'm telling you delusional reasons, and you're telling me I'm wrong, and I don't care.
And you've seen a piece of paper that says otherwise.
Yes, I would agree. No. She's also my dark horse. I'm very surprised she's still here.
Here for it. But I'm here that she's still here. I'm like totally here for it.
Yeah, she's the dark horse all around.
Yeah, we love us some Tiffany.
Yes, we do.
I love her game. And finally, we have our Hot Mess Express for the episode. Who has been not playing a great game, a disappointment, a fool, a buffoon? Who would like to start? Who has a rant that Josh is ready?
Before that, I just want to say, if you are not watching the show live, make sure to post at like in the comments below who you answer for these things. Just go post below. Who's your best in show? Who's your dark horse? Who's your hot mess? Post it below. Let us know. We want to know. So let us know. With that said, my Hot Mess Express is going to be JD. Again, he was the dark horse, but he's also the Hot Mess Express because that was all sorts of messiness.
Honestly, could it be anyone else?
It could be, and we're going to talk about who else it could be.
Okay, I want to find out who else, but I'm definitely saying JD.
I have to piggyback off of Josh before we change the subject because I have to give it specifically to JD's jump shots during that challenge because I am like, you did it once, it didn't work. Why are you doing it again?
And again and again and again.
And later, they said JD talked up these jump shots. So that's something that he's talked about at camp, being like, don't worry, guys. I'm going to be really good at like a tossing challenge because I can do jump shots. And goes into the challenge and fails. So that is my hot mess.
Yes.
Ken, are you on the same page?
I am 100% on the same page. JD was the obvious choice for me, mostly because of those jump shots. And like Alex said, the mention of them, because I would never even think to mention, oh, hey, I'm really good at basketball if I was going on Survivor. The thing I am good at is puzzles. I would mention that. But basketball doesn't come to mind. So the fact that he's just talking this up all the time, like, what does this even have to do with anything? Why are you always talking about your game? Like, it's such a 20-year-old boy thing.
He plays mad game. Okay, so y'all, my hot mess for the evening is Nasir. And he's on my team. But I'm like, Nasir, you are on a team that hasn't lost. And you also have all of the skills that last week they were saying you were indispensable. And you have made yourself such a problem on your team that even with all of these skills and this like being a strong dude, like, and on a team that hasn't lost, they have no reason to think they're going to be eliminating anyone soon. And yet they're all trying to get you out. Why?
They want to lose.
They want to lose so they can get rid of you. What are you doing wrong?
Number 5.
Oh
Poor
my God.
Nasir.
Can't relate.
I'm gonna be sad if he leaves this soon. I like him.
I am too, because he's on my team. He was one of my top picks. I like Nasir.
I was mad that you got Nasir instead of me.
I know you were.
Y'all, I
think about that sometimes, and but now I'm like, haha.
I'll trade him for Shan.
No.
My team is hot garbage. Okay, hot garbage. I've already lost 2, almost lost 3 tonight. My team is just fallen.
What do you mean you almost lost 3 tonight? Oh, because Alex lost another one tonight.
Yeah, I almost lost JD tonight. I lost 3.
I full on thought Brad would be in the top 2. I'm like, he's a goat. He's gonna be.
But Alex,
all the
I
way.
did win our big.
I thought he was gonna get pretty far. I was very surprised.
Yeah, Alex, I did win our Big Brother one though. Yes. Ow.
Well, y'all, I think that is our show for tonight. It is time for me again to remind you to please like our page, subscribe to our channel, comment on this video. It helps us so much. But also check us out on social media for updates. You can follow the Couch Potato Queens on Twitter at Couch Potato Queens. That's QWNZ. And on Instagram at Couch Potato Queens, spelled normally. You can... Okay, it's time for us to plug ourselves individually.
Oh, geez.
Well, firstly, I think we talked because kind of put a little teaser in the preview about this. I'm not going to give too many details, y'all, but I did FaceTime with a Big Brother player. I'm not going to say who. I will just say that they are legendary from this last season, from season 23, and to be continued.
To be continued. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe, particularly if you like Big Brother for big updates. You can find Josh on Twitter and Instagram at Mendels8. Next, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Sam Meier Comedy. Lots of fun updates. Actually, Alex and I were just accepted into our first Oscar qualifying film festival.
Woo!
So for those kinds of updates and more, please make sure to check out my pages.
You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at alexknowsitall.jpg on Instagram, and on Twitter you can find me at alexknowsitall_.
And you can find me on Instagram at ken.joy.yw and Twitter at ken_joy_YW. And Alex and I will be starting Bachelorette with Michelle's season October 19th. So catch us then.
Bachelorette is very exciting. I love a stable full of men.
I know. They're kind of funny this season too, so it'll be fun.
And we'll be back with Doug tomorrow. We are bringing back Challenge again, so we're going to do a Challenge episode tomorrow at 7:30. I'm pretty sure. So.
Well, folks, thank you for hanging around. Remember to always outwit, outlast,
and outgay, honey.
Yeah.
Alex is trying to steal your gig. She's going to come in and do it. Out gay. Love y'all. Bye.